Hey guys, Bill Treadway coming at you again with ABCs to Wealth. Just want to talk to you on this beautiful first fall day in the Carolinas about Unifii. Sitting here enjoying the weather, thinking about Unifii, and I'm thinking about a story. Consider this story for a second. You and I are citizens. We live in the same town. We live on the same street. We're neighbors. We live next to each other, and we're out on the sidewalk talking to each other. All of a sudden, news comes that the town is now in a financial crisis. We are in the same city, same community, same street, same income bracket, and all of a sudden we get this news that a financial crisis is hitting. You and I, citizens of the same town, all of a sudden your countenance changes. It's like all of a sudden you get worried and you think, how am I going to meet my bills? How am I going to supply food for my family? How am I going to keep a roof over their head if we're heading to a financial crisis? And I'm standing next to you and I'm not fazed by it at all. So what's the difference between you and me? If we're citizens of the same town, live on the same street, have the same basic income, how is it that I'm at peace with this and you're not? Well, unbeknownst to you, I received a piece of information a couple hours prior to that announcement that we received that there was $200,000 sitting in a bank account for me, just in case this was to happen. And now it's happened. And so here we stand side by side, neighbors in the same town. You're concerned and worried because you don't have that piece of information, but I do. So I can stand there at ease and at peace, knowing that I'm backed and I'm covered. That's the difference between Unifii, between those who are in Unifii and those who are outside of Unifii, is the fact that we have something that people outside of Unifii don't have. You may be a young person listening to me at this point, and you've just started working and your career is new and you have your future ahead of you, and maybe you haven't even considered retirement. Or maybe you haven't even considered that the economy of this country and countries around the world could be crumbling at this point. You know, the economies of the countries in this world are shaky at best. We see nations such as Cyprus, Turkey, Greece, and the United States in recent years, in the last 10 years, have taken measures to keep their nation afloat financially. Cyprus considered a bank holiday and closed all the banks and shaved a percentage of the accounts of all their customers to be able to keep the country afloat. As well as America back in 2008 when the crash hit, the government actually started to take percentage of the pensions of its government workers to be able to pay its bills, as well as printing new money, which it didn't have the backing to print anyway, but it printed it. So even today, although the government of the United States will say, oh yeah, we're doing good, not so much. And same with other countries in the world. The economies are shaky in this world. So what is going to give us the ability to be able to stem the tide? Unifii. And that's the secret. Right now, Unifii has the tools to be able to teach us how to increase our financial IQ, to teach us how to gain Bitcoin, to hold Bitcoin, to protect Bitcoin, and then to grow it, as well as protect it. Unifii also has tools to be able to help us to increase our financial IQ by giving us financial principles such as compounding. Compounding is an amazing principle. Einstein said that compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. Those who know how to use it will continue to increase and gain, and they will benefit from compounding. Those who don't know compounding or don't know how to use it, they will be the ones who will pay because of it. Where do you stand? Are you on the side of using compounding or understanding the principle of compounding or not? Are you on the side of those who end up paying the banks and the systems and the loan companies because of compounding. Hopefully you're in the financial IQ side where you've learned it and you use it, or you're learning about it and using it. If not, then I invite you to come into Unifii, check out the tools, the suite of products that's available to us through Unifii, and contact us, make contact with us. My email address is below. My link to Unifii is below. There's also a link to the site where you can check the products out. There's also a link below to check out the compounding calculator so that you can plug in your own numbers. It's amazing how if you use compounding right, even if you only have a small amount of money to work with, even if you were to start out with, say, $500, and then you were to add a little bit to it each month, you could plug those numbers into the calculator and you would be able to see over time what the compounding would do for you and where you would end up, say, in 5, 6, 7 years, depending on how much you started with and how much you put into it. It's amazing. The signals as well from Unifii are absolutely amazing. They come to us throughout the day at set times, and depending on how much you can actually be attached to your phone and or your computer or any other device that you'd be able to get those signals and to work with them. It's amazing how the signals work for us and how they allow that compounding principle to work as well in the cryptocurrency sphere. You know, right now there's a lot of conjecture and there's a lot of fear over Bitcoin and over the cryptocurrency market. If you look at the news and you follow the mainstream media, you'll find people saying, oh, well, Bitcoin's dying, Bitcoin's flailing, Bitcoin is falling, where's the bottom? And they're this doom and gloom, and yet they're the same people who, when the price goes down far enough, they will buy into it. They're the ones who are putting out the fear and the doubt and the conjecture out there, and yet they're the same ones who are building the foundations to be able to buy into crypto when their foundational platform is ready. People like the New York Stock Exchange, Goldman Sachs, Fidelity, PNC Bank, the Rothschilds, people and corporations and families like that have money, have trillions of dollars really, and they have that money invested into what would be considered traditional finance, and they know by the writing on the wall that the traditional finance is in trouble. Therefore, they're hedging their bets by getting ready to get into the cryptocurrency market. So right now, they're downplaying the cryptocurrency market so that they will drive people out of the market, that they'll sell their Bitcoin and or other altcoins. It'll drive the price down, and then when they're ready to go and to flip that switch and pull that plug, that they'll be able to get their Bitcoin and their cryptocurrency at the cheapest possible price, and therefore once all that money floods into the market from their customers, then they'll stand to make untold fortunes. Right now, though, with Unifii, with their signals and their tools, we're in on the ground floor, and we're in before the big guys. We're in before the institutional investors. We're in before they get their money in. So if you want to join that team, then, and you want to be on that wave, when that wave crests and we ride that wave, then this is where you want to be in Unifii. So click on the link below, check out the tools on Unifii, check out the history of the signals and what people have been able to do with the signals as far as percentages. It's absolutely amazing. Check out the compounding calculator and click on below and get the information, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.